Comment and tell me, has the JLP done good or bad for Jamaica? Get this video at House Life, my people. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. Guidance Saturdays continues. Me have something for play phone. Don't go know everybody. Listen to this.
We're looking at Peter. Don't get involved.
Mr. President,
Marlon is irrelevant.
on a point of order, just on a point of order. On a point of order, Mr. President, I do not wish this chamber to be misled and have idle throwing out of this word corruption as this opposition is so want to do. Mr. President, there were issues about the timing at which the names were provided, but they were provided. And the fact is that this increase in productivity was due to nothing other than the fact that we were able to get fertilizer at a time nobody else was able to get it and give it directly to farmers so that they were able to counteract the effects of drought on us. But he is misleading the Senate with boundless and baseless accusations of corruption. The fertilizer was delivered to farmers and there was only a question. It is a point of, don't tell me to sit down. You're rude and out of order. You're rude and out of order. Mr. President,
hello.
You're rude and out of order. Don't tell people to sit down.
All right.
Who are you?
I am the... Sorry. Minister, sorry, Senator Brown, okay, sorry, just hold a second for me, please, hold a second. Minister, the only person who can rule on a point of order is me. When I sit here, and I cannot rule on a point of order if I do not hear it. So I'm going to ask the minister, please, you cannot look here.
Everybody drop a like on this video.
Minister, could you please say in what way Senator Brown is misleading the Senate so I can make a ruling on whether it is accurate or not?
Mr. President, I said that the member was misleading the Senate by indicating that there was corruption associated with the distribution of fertilizer obtained from a valuable bilateral
Everybody comment
partner.
and tell me, has the JLP done good or bad for the country? I'm going to ask you the question again. Has the Jamaica Labour Party done good or bad for Jamaica? You understand? Talk to me inside of the comment section, everybody. Like this video, share this video, and let's get into the main stories right now. Oftentimes, my people, a lot of these parties are talked about and them having a plan. Okay, now according to the JLP, the PNP has no real plan for Jamaica, and you must not allow them to win. That's what they say. You can't make the PNP win because they have no plans for Jamaica. But as it relates to the JLP, have they done good or bad for Jamaica? Because the Prime Minister brags and boasts about his achievement as it relates to where the party is going and the things that he has done. Major road works, unemployment is down, you name it. You understand what I say? The economy is stable. Whole heap of situations have been named where they say that they have been doing good. So drop a like on the video, everybody. Tell me inside the comment section, has the JLP done good or bad for the country? No, of course, that's what I say. When the opposition is being talked about, they say that you must not allow the PNP to win because they have no real plans for the country. But this is what the opposition said. Okay, now opposition spokesman on land, Lothan Cousins, has declared that if the PNP, the People's National Party, is returned to power in the next general election, it will immediately take steps to ensure that the landless Jamaicans are able to own the piece of the rock. Big promises. Big major promises. You understand? Because the price of housing and land right now is so steep. You understand that it is not even funny. But this is some of the plans that the People's National Party say that they are going to have. Drop a like on the video, everybody share the video, and tell me if the JLP has done good or bad for Jamaica. Now, making his contribution to the 2025-2026 sectorial debate in Parliament on Tuesday, Cousins says that if the PNP will move to reform laws to allow people occupying crown lands be able to claim adverse possession of the property after 25 years instead of 60. Now, according to Cousins, the PNP intends to preside over what could be considered as the single largest transfer of wealth from the state to the hands of the people by formalizing a correcting clause to 2 centuries of injustice meted out to the Jamaica people by the Crown. Now, making his presentation under the theme Champion Change in Land and Housing, Justice, Dignity and Opportunity for All, Cousins has declared that it is time to end the shame of landlessness. End the shame of landlessness. Okay, one of the things I hear Mark Golding talk about is how, Andrew allegedly get people for go bulldoze around the people them house. You understand, and them something there. And it has been a topic to talk about as it relates to that. Now, Cousins from the PNP says that he will change that. So currently the law or the constitution sets at 60 years. He says that he will make it 25. So if you occupy land, which is of course crown property, you will be able to own these lands after 25 years. Okay, so that is what he says that he will do. Now, he charged that land issues sits at the center of Jamaica's historical injustice and future prosperity. Now, for a generation, land has represented more than just acres and boundaries. It has symbolized freedom, stability, and dignity. Yet, far too many Jamaicans still live without the security of tenure, the hope of ownership, or the ability to pass on anything tangible to the next generation. It is time to end the shame of landlessness, Cousins remarked. Now, he traced the history of inadequate land distribution in Jamaica and what he called the disempowerment of the masses regarding secure land tenure. Okay? Now, up until emancipation, the Crown, together with the owners of the state plantation and pens, had virtual monopoly of all lands in Jamaica. Even post-emancipation, they continued to maintain their grip by crafting the Emancipation Act of 1833, which ensured that the newly free labor force would continue to work on the estate, limiting their access to land. The legacy still haunts us today, Cousins said. Now, in terms of the current landscape, Cousins says that members of Parliament for Clarendon Southwestern highlighted that the government was the largest landowner and charged that it has failed to utilize the assets of the benefit of the people. That's what he says. Leave a like on the video, share the video, comment, and tell me if the government, the JLP, has done good or bad for Jamaica. Now, the government has not sought to use this asset to eradicate the proliferation of unplanned and informal settlements. Right? A PNP government will undertake a program akin to what is done in Dominica, where the government undertook a radical land titling program by distributing government lands to those already in possession. This was done in some instances by selling the land for a percentage of its market value, undertaking the requisite survey and providing land titling service to many informal settlers, some of whom had occupied these lands for decades, Cousins said. Now, he goes on to also say that he painted a grim picture of a majority of Jamaicans, young and old, being landless, and pointed to research which showed that as 2018, the majority of the Jamaican population falls between the age of 0 to 39. Wow. Now, within the group, approximately 975,000 Jamaicans fall within the age range of 19 to 39. And they will intend to change that. Leave a like on the video, share the video. I have more to come. I will be back.